Hi, welcome to my channel. Antoinette here from Antoinette Intuitive Tarot and Jewellery. So let's take a look at the decks I have pulled out to attempt to work with throughout the spooky season, also known as my favourite season of the year, Halloween, Samhain, All Saints, whichever you call it. We used to call it All Saints Eve, specifically obviously for Halloween, but I know that we have lots of names all around the world. I have a ring light on, I'm sorry, so you can see it reflecting, so I will hold things this way just to get rid of it. But this is the first deck, top of my list. It is the Paradoxical edition of the Deviant Moon Tarot by Patrick Valencia from deviantmoon.com, aka the Asylum. And this is one of 500. Number 2 of 500 is upstairs in my safe. So this deck, I haven't done a walkthrough, but there are plenty around I've seen. So it has blue backs as opposed to the black and whites with the inverted. And we have, so I think, yeah, we're still in order because I haven't used this yet, because I was going to do a walkthrough. So if I hold them that way, you can see without too much going on. So it's simply for the colorway really, because these feel a bit more orangey, bluey, purpley for Halloween, those classic colors, which is why I've kept it for this season. So this is my first, this is the top of my list, top of my priority list for working with is this one, to give it some love really and see how we get on with it. And this is only here because of its colorway for me. This is a deck that I would use any time of year. So this one is here simply because of the colorway and my love of the Deviant Moon Tarot. Deck number 2 that I have pulled out is the Santa Muerte. This is the Book of the Dead Tarot by Scarabeo. And this is a beautiful deck. It has a really nice book, a nice spread that comes with it. The backs are amazing. Look at those. This is why I have it, to be fair, is those backs. And the cards, it's glossy cardstock, as you can see. Lots of reflection. But it is based on, obviously, the Book of the Dead and Day of the Dead, I suppose, Santa Muerte. Then we have Santa Muerte. And there is plenty of research that you can do into this. I'm not going to lecture that now as I'm going through the deck. This is simply my decks that I've picked for this season. I've picked it because it's got skeletons in it, basically. But again, this is a deck I would use any time of the year. This isn't just for this time of year for me. But yeah, it's just because it has a skeleton aesthetic for here and now. Now the next one I picked is the Dark Grimoire because I've had it for a while. I purchased this many months ago now. It's had a quick showing before because I can't remember her name, but the channel is Saturnarium. So I'm going to call the lovely lady Saturnia. And this is one that she was showing as one of her dark decks, and she uses it for shadow work. And I was so intrigued and loved the artwork in it and the way she explained, you know, the connection and how these bring out your kind of inner shadows, your inner self, really get you to work deep with what's going on around you, question things. And I like the kind of creepy vibes that are in this one. So this is out for use. This is probably my number 2 deck for this season, to be fair, because I've got a lot. I didn't realize how many I had. So yeah, so I've pulled out this one. So this and the Deviant Moon are the ones that I really want to work with the most. My number 3 deck potentially is the Barbra Walker Tarot in a Tin. Just so you can see, this is how I keep them when I'm using them for daily draws and things. I put the lid on the bottom, and inside the lid I have those extra cards that come with the deck and the little white books. And that just makes them easy grab for me on the sides when they're there. So you can see the backs are here. Again, it's a slightly glossy deck. The meanings, the cards have the cards have keywords on them. The artwork is quite small. There used to be a much bigger version of this deck, but I haven't seen or come across one to buy that's new. And I'm not particularly looking for purchasing this deck in larger size. I think this one's fine for me. So this is a really interesting deck, so I am quite looking forward to it. Obviously it's a witchy deck. We're in the witchy season. There's my most important reason for picking it. So I have that one that I would also like to spend a bit more time with this season. And I have, of course, the Halloween Tarot. It's not Halloween without the Halloween Tarot. Come on. Kelly Bear on her channel has just done a kind of look at these cards in depth, comparing them to the Rider-Waite system. So if you want to go over and see how she's compared them, then please do. It is very close. It's been very well made. I don't have the book that goes with this. I don't have the companion book. I have the little white guidebook, but I don't have the companion book. But this is just so great, great fun. I took it with me recently in my bag because I went away to see some family, and I thought I'd start bonding with this deck. Although I've had it for a year, I didn't actually work with it last year. So I would like to pull on it a little bit this year, but I'm not going to be too fussed if this takes me into November as well. But yeah, I love it. It's so fun, so kitsch. To me, this is kitsch. But I don't think anyone's going to be surprised to see that that one is in the pile, because it's not Halloween without the Halloween Tarot, right? And the final deck for tarot is the Hush Tarot by Jeremy Hush. And this is another really good deck. It's a really great shadow work deck, I found personally. So if you're looking to delve deep into yourself, your kind of psyche, where you're at, what's going on, you've got some great shadow spreads to work with, then this is, I found, it was a surprise, sneaky deck. I think it was one of the first decks I actually labelled as such, to be fair, because most decks I found you could get the messages with, but this one just seemed to go that little bit deeper with the guidebook. It had slightly alternative meanings, readings. The images really aren't your classic images, so you do need some guidance with what you're looking at in order to understand the artist and where they're coming from with the artwork here. But yeah, this was a really good deck. But again, this isn't just Halloween for me, so I'm not going to be too bothered if I don't get to use it specifically this season. But it's something that I've just put out for just in case. I have a basket of decks that I have a little basket that I have in my cupboard, and in there I put the decks I'm using currently, the ones I plan to use. And I did also drop out soul cards. I pulled a couple cards out on this the other week, and there we go. I haven't wanted to put them away. I've just kept them out. They just felt like, I mean, I guess I'm still ruminating on the message that's in there, but it just felt like somebody's guiding me. There's lessons here, and like kind of releasing, speaking, saying your truth is what I kind of got here, like speaking it, letting it out, not keeping it in. And this just really felt like some kind of ancestral lessons, some kind of yeah, esoteric. It just felt esoteric. I can't explain any more than that. And I haven't fully understood this message, but I've kept it. I haven't wanted to put it away and shuffle it back into the deck. I've kept it handy. But this one specifically really kind of just felt like open arms, like someone's maybe relating to the thinning of the veil that's coming up. I'm not sure. But yeah, this Soul Cards Oracle, I have actually been enjoying. So it's just a nice intuitive deck. As I've said before in my walkthrough, there are no meanings to these cards. You make them. They change every time you look at the cards, because depending on what mood you're in, what frame you're in, what your questioning is, All depend on what in the cards jumps out at you and what makes you kind of ponder them. But the cards are beautiful. I probably will be looking to get soul cards too, maybe around Easter time next year, but I've got some finances and we've passed everything else that's going on this year. But yeah, so those are my tarot decks. I will do one for the oracle decks because it turns out I have quite a few of those. But let me know what you're going to use. What's your favourites? What's your plans? What are you, I mean, do you even? Or have you got a surprise normal deck that doesn't fit this category that you find is a really good contender? But let me know in comments, join the conversation, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.